Good morning. We're just taking Pip and Caitlin, what's her name? Lily, to the airport. We're stopping for coffee at the coffee place, the only one apparently. Bruce's, except there is no Bruce. The guy who makes coffee isn't Bruce. Who is Bruce? Remember that sunny day the other day? It is no more.
Is
hungry. Hello. Bit of drama. The weather's so bad here that the plane couldn't land, so Pip's on that bus going to Devonport, and if they can't land in Devonport, they have to go to Launceston.
Thank you. Well, we've got wedges here.
Dan, could you hold that up to your face so we can get a
I can't eat it. You have to eat it with me. No.
Which makes my French toast look pretty piddly.
Very. That.
Check out the creamer on that. It's pretty gruesome out there. There's Table Cape, by the way. Just over at Papa's house, and I've spied a Freya original from 2001. Vintage Freya. It says made by Freya 2001. Be painted on the other side of the plate. So I'm just walking along the top track with my cousin Jace. There's Jason.
Hello.
Surveying the property. We used to mess around here as kids. It's all changed a bit since then. The bush is a bit different than what it used to be. We're just paring back as many of the introduced trees off the track as possible. Lots of bracken fern and hawthorn bushes and things, but it's mostly eucalypt and blackwood and insects in your mouth.
Yeah, because it's kind of different on this side.
I've got a friend who I think he's a biologist of some sort. Might know what that's all about, like a botanist or bracken. We're out of the tracks on the other side of the property, going to see if a cabin that we built years ago is still there. Mates and I used to camp up there. What have we got here? Pretty, possibly incredibly poisonous.
Doesn't look edible.
No. Nah. Maybe Brondy can tell us what they are. Do you know about fungi and things, Oberon? There's the remains of the shed.
Oh dear.
And the bushes come back.
Yeah, hasn't it?
So we're looking at the moment at the back of the shed, and on the other side, around the front, there was quite a big area where we had a campfire and a bit of a clearing, and it looks like the bushes reclaimed it. The march of the Blackwoods.
Yeah, it's,
and they
obviously doesn't take them hundreds of years, does it?
No, they seem to spring up pretty fast. And they're going to collide with the eucalypts up there. We'll see what happens, I suppose.
Oh, man,
Who wins?
That tree was only as high as the shed.
That big one there?
Yeah, when you built it.
Yep. So this little number was built by some mates and Dad. And we used bits of the framing and stuff is mostly from an old car yard office that Papa bought the land and we pulled down the old office and grabbed the framing, and the floor came from an old house that was being pulled down, and this used to all be clear here, and the campfire would have been just down over there a bit. Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I think that's a newer incarnation of it. I'm pretty sure ours was a bit further away. Yeah, oh, where those bricks are.
Hell, this tree hasn't been down long. It's still green.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
We used to have solar panels on the roof for a while, and they had a light inside. They didn't work very well, but it was a bit of fun. And somewhere down there in the creek, there's a little, kind of like a cave. Do you remember that, Jace?
Yeah.
It was kind of bizarre because it didn't look like it was eroded out because it was so square.
Yeah, it was
kind of almost like it had been chipped out, but I don't think there's any way a person could have done it. Back soon, that's from our vintage. Yeah, there used to be a door.
I wonder if that's it on the ground there.
Probably, yeah, that'd be it.
Yeah.
There's the remains of one of our posters. Probably a chick in a bikini, I reckon, or if that.
Like a light shower like this is not going to hurt it.
Hasn't hurt it yet.
Yeah.
Right, so it's chocolate cake time. I'm about to attempt to sort of recreate my nan's chocolate cake. I'm sure I won't, but I'll come close. First step, with the pointy finger, put the oven on to preheat. Even if you've got a fan forced oven, give it as much time as you can. And then prepare the tin before you do anything else. Get all of that stuff out of the way, because when in the heat of the moment, once you've mixed everything up and you realise you've forgotten to prepare the tin, the mixture, anyway, it's not good. So prep, oven, tin. So next step, sifting the dry ingredients. Cocoa and flour, I'm going to double sift them, so I'm sifting them into this bowl first, and then I'll sift them into this bowl, which will be its final destination. This is using the Simplicity chocolate cake recipe from the Central Cookery book, which any good Tasmanian will know is a classic. I'll post the recipe in the description if I remember. Next stage, so we've got the flour and cocoa, sugar measured out, eggs, milk with some vanilla essence in it, and just going to get some butter out of the microwave. Now I've just only partially melted this. The recipe says to melt it gently, so it's nearly melted, and it's basically just mix it all together now and beat it for a bit and put it in and bake it in moderate oven for an hour or until judged cooked. So I mean, that would be the spring test and the skewer test. So here's our batter, and I'm about to pour it into the tin, which I don't think I can do while I'm holding the camera, so I'm going to have to do it and show you after. There we go, ready to put into the oven. So, cake's in the oven. Can't really show you that at the moment. And now the most important part, licking the beater. Right, it's time to check the cake. Coming out clean. We're done. So we're up to the most important part, the icing. I've got the ingredients here, sifted cocoa, butter, partly melted, some boiling water, and the icing sugar with a little bit of cocoa powder in it. I'm again using a recipe from the Central Cookery book, and we'll see how it goes. I have a bit of a block against icing. I never quite seem to pull it off, so we'll see. I'm just trying to keep it simple, go with the basics, and we'll see how we go. Right, here we go. Icing's nearly done. It's almost at the right consistency. Just a little bit more hot water and a bit more beating. Got it in a bowl of hot water to keep it as soft as possible without it getting wet. I don't think it's set quite. Oh, maybe it is. Oh, making a mess of this. This is what Nan used to do. Camera. Huh? 60. To you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, Auntie Pauline. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
How wonderful.
And it's Pete's birthday too.
Yeah. Okay. It's turned out alright. Doesn't look very good under this light, but yeah, Auntie Paul's impressed. Oh, the thickness of the icing's reasonably even.
When you show next year,
I won't go quite so far as to get out the ruler to check, but you know.
It was working, but I can tell it wasn't going to survive it. No, I went to the Kmart and bought some new blades.
One of the things about my grandfather's house is there are always cake forks. Don't get to use these very often in my life.
Ah, the good silver ones.
Yeah.
No, not the fork. No, no.
Wow, that was another big day. A birthday, nice walk around the tracks, a very long visit to the airport, quite a bit too much coffee, and waiting for news about my grandfather. So, I hope you enjoyed the little episode with the cake. I promise I will show you the peach sorbet tomorrow, the final result of the peach sorbet. But until then, I hope you have a great day and good night.